Good day and welcome to another edition of Outside the Genie, where we will be looking at the race meeting today from Turffontein on the inside track. And today is the 27th of April 2021. Today's meeting at Turffontein is a work riders meeting where all the races are maiden plates and we have work riders in all of the races. For those persons who are watching this for the first time, I apologize. I just want to mention what Outsider Genie do. Outsider Genie is not a tipping service per se. We don't tip you 1, 2, 3, or 4, or whatever like the other tipsters. We call ourselves form analyzers. So what I do is I do a form analysis of a races, and then I give punters outsider selections that they can then include whatever play they want to do, because each punter has got his own favorite play. Some like bipods, pick sixes, jackpots, PAs, swingers, exactas, quartets. So you then take my selections and then you add them to your selections. And thereby hoping if those outside selections do arrive, you will then definitely collect a bigger dividend. And what I want to say now is it's not bragging, it is a fact. And my result speaks for itself over a long period of time. I am the best in the country finding outsiders. That is a fact. I've proven it over and over again. I've got a great following. So for all those people who follow me, I do thank you. Now, if you want to receive this video every day, you just hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and you will then also get my videos every day on YouTube. Also, this video gets posted on my Twitter account every day. You can follow me there. Unfortunately, my Instagram account is not very active, but I'm hoping come from the beginning of May that every day I'll also be posting the video on my Instagram program or Instagram, because posting a video on Instagram is not that easy. And then my contact details are 083-585-5133. Then meet Dr. Genie. Now, he's ready to help you with your punting problems, and I'll explain to you just now what the purpose is of Dr. Genie. Now, let's do a bit of feedback. And as I said, yesterday, for some other reason, I got busy and I forgot to enter my punters challenge, because I've worked out and I've looked at the results. I would have surely won the punters challenge yesterday. I gave you 6 winners out of 8 races yesterday. In race 1 and 2, that was easy. Everybody could find that. Then I gave you short skirt flirt, 22-1. I gave you straight up 9-1, who won under objection after being bumped just before the finish. I gave you Tombola, which was my value each way bet. And then in race 6, I didn't give you the winner, but I did give you the quartet there. For the outlay of 360, you would have won 1,700 rand. And in race 8, I gave you Matadora's Pride. And then in race 7, 6-1. But it was longer in price earlier in the morning. I think it was Matadora's Pride was, I think it was about 8-1. And Tombola was 10-1, but in the morning was 12-1. And then in the last race, I gave my best bet, Smart William, and I just want to mention something about that. How we, as the punting public, always get the short stick. Marcus was due to ride that horse, and that is why I did my selection. Then it came through that Marcus is not riding the horse. Now, according to regulations of the NHRA, he must be replaced by a similar competent jockey. So what I do, they put the apprentice on. I've got no problems with apprentice. I can tell you that. But that apprentice couldn't give that horse the worst ride of his life. If there was a stronger jockey on that, or even Anton Marcus, I'm sure Smart William would have won the last race, and then my results would have been 7 out of 8. Because if you go and watch the video, the horse is not well placed, came wide into the straight, the jockey battled to get him to run on. And I am confident to say, if that was a stronger jockey, surely the NHRA should look into that practice of replacing a jockey like Anton Marcus, where the punters go for a jockey in the early morning, they make their selections, and then during the course of the morning, there is a jockey change. They should make sure that that jockey that's being replaced is of the same caliber as the one that was supposed to ride the horse, and not being replaced by apprentice. I've got no problem with apprentice. I like to play my apprentices, but in that case, that was a replacement. It wasn't there from. I mean, if you do your study and the horse has got the apprentice on, so be it. You do accept that, but you cannot accept that Anton Marcus being replaced by an apprentice jockey. That is definitely not on, and surely somebody should have had to look into that. Then the compliments. I just get some WhatsApp messages, and guys, when I get these type of things, it makes worthwhile getting up 4 o'clock in the morning to do my selection, because I get up 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock, 4:30, to do my selection, because then my brain is still fresh and I can focus and I can concentrate. So thank you, sir, for the great tips. I will definitely be joining when my subscription ends at the end of the month. This is the best tipping service I've ever used. And then another one I got yesterday after the races. I played the first horses you selected today in your outsider Genie tips in the buy pot. I played field in the last leg and won 15% of the buy pot for a bet of 200 Rand. My goodness. Thank you very much for your great help. So I worked out this guy collected 460 Rand for an outlay of 2 Rand. And that is exactly what I like to do. That is what I want to do. I want to give you the outsider so that you can get the bigger payout. That is what Outsider Genie is about. Giving you the outsiders, you add it to your play. There was another guy, he took all of my selections and he played the all-to-come place. And I'm not sure how much he collected, but it was about 7 horses that he had all to come. He hasn't come back to say how much he collected, but he sent me his ticket to show. So if you want to subscribe to Outsider Genie, we've got some nice packages for you. Please note that coming weekend, the 1st of May and the 2nd of May, at the start of the champion racing season in KwaZulu-Natal, will be major race meeting. Therefore, the free video and selections will be only for subscribers to my daily form analysis. The reason for that is when I do the videos for the major race meetings, when I do my normal video, I just touch on my selections, my outsider selections and outright selections. I don't touch on a lot of other horses, whereby on these major days, I touch, I go through each horse of each race. So there's a lot of work going into that. And I just feel that, I can't do everything for free. But I've given you some nice packages. You can sign up to the following packages. You can sign up for the week from the 24th of April or from today till Sunday for 250. My normal package is 500. You can sign up now and get selections from now till end of May for 500 Rand. And here's the value package. My value package is as follows. I'm going to remove that. From now till end of champion season, 900 Rand. The normal value would have been 1,500. And as with this package, you will receive all selections, including all the big races during Gold Circle Champion season, including Vodacom selections that will only be available to subscribers. Now, if you purchase this package, you will also get a free consultation with Dr. Genie. Plus, you can pay 500 Rand now and 400 at end of May if the 900 Rand is too steep for you to pay it in one go. So WhatsApp me on 083 585 5133. So what do you get if you sign up to Outsider Genie? You get our new box exacta selections, which are quite doing well. Just yesterday, I got a message from a guy. He said he's signing up the end of the month when he gets his salary. And all he's going to do is he's going to follow my exacta selections, because my exacta selections do pay well due to the fact that I add into the exacta outsiders. And when that outsiders arrive, the exacta pays. I mean, I've had horses running second, paying 10 Rand to play. So imagine what the exacta is going to pay. And then I give you two by daily all to comes. They don't always win, but they do win, and sometimes at very good prices. Then I give you a race by race selection outright winner and two possible outsider selections. Now, my outright winner is not normally the favorite, can be a horse at any price. Like yesterday, all those 6 winners were outright selections. That was horses that I thought can win the race. And then I give you two possible outsider selections, which is in no particular order, which I think has got a chance to either win or place. Value bets to play each way, normally 6-1 or longer. Best bet of the day, I don't give you 8-10 or a 9-10. That you can find yourself. I try to give you decent value. I've given best bets as high as 6-1. And then I give you suggested trifectas and quartet selections. Last week at Fairview, I gave you 24 rand quartet. It paid 11,000. I also gave affordable PAs and pick sixes. Sometimes you'll find that my pick six goes out only one leg. But the reason is that I try to keep the cost low. But then you can take that pick six as your basis and add on to that. Like today's pick six is 108 rand. You can add on to that, and then most probably, hopefully, you will add into the leg where I normally go out, because I think 90% of the time I get at least five legs. And then you will receive your thing on a group, a WhatsApp group, where I will post this document every day. There's your all to comes, your win, your outright and outsider selections there in that column, your exacta, trifecta, quartet. I even give you the race time to make sure you put your money on in time. I give you daily value bets, your best bet, your pick six, and your PA. So let's quickly have a look at Dr. Genie. What Dr. Genie do is, a lot of people have come to me and said, listen, can you help us? They want to improve their punting. So I've started this thing I call Dr. Genie, where I can help you with your punting. And, you can, for 250 Rand, you can set up a Zoom meeting. And in that Zoom meeting, I can discuss with you your betting strategy, how to punt to win, how to use computer form, formulating your bets, how to find outsiders, learn more about the handicapping, and any other question you have. And then included in that package, and it's only 50 minutes, 250 Rand. I'll put in free 30 days free from outside of Genie, your document punt to win. This is a document that I've been handing out to people, and they say that the information in there is priceless. It really helped them improve their punting. I give you my video how to read computer form, because a lot of people don't know how to read computer form, and also how to use computer form to find outsiders like I do. Total value 950 Rand. You pay 250 Rand. On the 12th of April, I so far had my first and only client, but he reported back on the same day. I booked a session with Dr. Genie today, and I'm already in the profit for 100 Rand outlay. I picked up 700 Rand. He gave me a lot of insight on how to play for consistent profits. The session was an eye-opener for me. I urge you all to book a session with Dr. Genie. I've been in racing for a long time, and no tipster comes close to Dr. Genie. Thanks, Otto. So you can contact me 083-585-5133. So now let's move on to the racing, where we race from Turffontein. For those who are listening for the first time, I just want to quickly say what I do is, when I do my analysis, the first horse I give is the horse that's my outsider select, or my outright selection, the horse that I think will win the race. Then I give my two outsider selections, and then I might touch on one or two other horses per race. But I try to keep the video not longer than 50 minutes. So let's have a look at the betting race one. Here we have number 7, Magic Choice, 9-10, Night King, 7-2, 7-1, Piccalilli, Princess Camelot, 12-1, Tidon, They Don't Know Me, sorry, 14-1, Thief of the Knife, 16-1, Confession, 18-1, Watch Your Mouth, 18-1, 25-1, Little Night, Wahoo, 25, Manera, and 35-1, Gorgeous Captain. So here in my first race, my first selection is the number 7 horse, which is the favorite, Magic Choice. This jockey is currently leading the championship. He has ridden quite a few winners for Sean Terry, and I think number 7, Magic Choice, should go close in this race. And for outsider selections, I'm going for number 8, Little Wahoo. This jockey Barsi, he's currently lying 4th in the championship, so he will be riding for his life. Yeah, this horse shows a lot of speed, and normally with some of these work riders, they go fast. Maybe they mustn't go too fast. But this is a type of horse you will want to chuck into your quartet selections. And on the subject of quartets, I think today the way to go is try for quartets, because I've seen with these work riders that a lot of times in your 3rd and 4th positions, there's huge outsiders coming in. So you play a multiple, you select 1 or 2 horses for first, a few horses for second, and then if you can afford it, the field for third, or put in a more horses for third, and then for the last leg, you put in the field. Not negotiable, because you want to catch that horse paying 10 rand a place, running for 4th. So you play your quartet, a few horses in front, second leg a little bit more. Maybe you can go my first 4 selections for second, and then for third you maybe can go. You can put in my trifecta selections. That's 5 horses, and then take the field for the last. And I'm sure you're going to make money, because I've seen on those work riders, there are sometimes huge payouts on that. And then my other outsider selection in this race is number 10, Piccalilli. Now, Machuela, you must please take note of this. Machuela used to be in the Jockey Academy, but he never finished. And he's quite competent now. He's currently lying 5th in the championships, but it does look like Gunwetsa have shown up, because he's leading by 65 points. Yeah, well, he's got 65 points. But then the other 4, Mungwengwa, Mabaya, Basi, and Machuela, are very close to each other. They've got like, I'll show you now, they've got like 35 points. So you need to take, because they're going to ride for their life. So you need to focus around those jockeys. So, and then also have a look at number 3, which is Night King, Michael the Cock stable. There you have Mabaya, also in with a huge chance, run second last time out behind Love Lies. Surely a horse that you need to put into your play. This horse is nicely bred. I remember this Bump and Grind. She's thrown quite a few useful runners in her time. So number 3, Night King, definitely a serious runner. Now here we are. Here's the you can see a Gwinwicha 64 points, but look at this. Between these about like 8 points between Mungwagwa, Mbaya, Basi, Machuele. So that is the horses, that is the jockeys that you need to want to follow, because they do get for a second place 10,000 rand. I really think Gwinwicha is going to be hard to beat today in the challenge. But the runners up in 1st place, there's going to be a big contest for that. So you're going to have to work around these jockeys in your play. And that's a sort of what that I also took in account when I did my selections. But it's not I didn't just go for them, but you need to keep eye on them. In the second race is a fillies and mares over 1,000 meters. And here the jockey, the betting as follows. Number 1, Quick Run 5-2. It's Raining Men 7-2. Stormy Weathers 9-2. 11-2. Looking Hard. Sending 7-1. Frosted Ice 12-1. 16-1. What? She Can Dance All Night. And Ideal Trip 18-1. 35-1 and longer. So here in the second race, my selection here is down at the bottom, number 10, which is a 2-year-old. Now, with the biggest respect to all of these trainers on today's card and the owners, a lot of these horses are never in their life going to win a race, and they're not going to have much improvement. Where I'm thinking, like I'm looking at the 2-year-old filly getting 3 kilograms, which she still is out on weight for age, but she had ran a nice race in a second race over 1,000, although that was on the poly. But I don't think it's going to be a problem. And then we've got these old, well, not old, but Sam Messia. He's been running in work riders races for as long as I can remember. And he's ridden up quite a number of winners for Wyoming in the past. He just didn't show this season, but he does. So I'm looking at number 10. I'm strong on number 10, Looking Hard. I do think that she is gonna make them run. Then for outsider selections, you're going to have a look at number 2, Frosted Ice. This horse shows a little bit of pace. It's got Langeni on. He's also won a few races. But I just took this horse for an outsider selection. Certainly, I don't think he can win this race. But this will be a type of horse that you want to chuck into your quartet in the third and fourth place. And then my other outsider selection is number 3, Smelting. Guinetsa riding here. And this horse has shown a little bit of pace up front. So maybe also a nice horse to chuck into your quartet and trifecta place. And then we look at number 1, Quick Run. Now, Quick Run showed sudden improvement, and he went fast last time out. Called it late by Auntie Lizzie. Now, I'm sure they're going to follow the right tactics, but I do feel that Damazi, which is also a competent jockey, will have to get the pace right, because if he goes too fast, this horse is going to die. That is for sure. And I have sometimes seen that they got this tendency, some of the work riders, they just go too fast and the horse can't keep it up. So, and last time out, the horse was getting -1.5. I see Musia rode this horse previously, so you will have an idea where he's riding the favorite, which I'm very strong on. Not a favorite, but number 10, Looking Out. I feel this horse is going to run a very good forward race. Then we go to the maiden plate over 2,600 meters, where in this type of races, I've seen many times huge upsets in this race. The favorite here, number 9, Massa King, 9 to 10. I can tell you I won't be running to put on the 9 to 10. That is for sure. Not in the maiden plate over this distance. 3 to 1, Mundidaba. 5 to 1, Underrated. Break Free, 8 to 1. Viceroy, 12 to 1. Royal Mazarine, 18 to 1. Royal Siege, 28 to 1. 40 to 1, and longer the rest. Now, here, my selection is the number 2 horse. Yeah, we've got this old dog, Tony Nassif. Man, man, he's a shrewd trainer. I mean, he took some horses to Durban the other day, 40 to 1. And I gave that horse, I said he's going to win this race, and he won the race at 40 to 1. Now, this horse doesn't show much, but I'm sure this Flower Alley called by Black Manaloose Me, he's going to love this distance. He's got Matsuela on board. He can't ask for a better jockey to ride the outsider. This jockey has ridden quite a few outsiders at long prices, and I'm just looking for number 2, Royal Mazarine, to cause the upset here in the first leg of the pick 6. And then for outsider selections, I've got number 1, Break Free, St. John Gray, Modus Vivendi by Damascus Gate. Also, I don't know this jockey Mango, but this is also the type of horse that he can upset. This horse ran over this course in distance 1, finishing 3 lengths behind Rock, Paper, and Scissors, which I think ran second, and the next time out, already a winner out of that. You'll see that although his form is not strong, he's been running against some decent opposition, because he's got here 11 runners, 1 win, 14 runners, 2 wins, 11 runners, 1 win. So, maybe put this horse into your play. This Field Gate, I know, I can't remember all the children, but she's also thrown a few winners. And then you can have a look at number 9, which is the favorite, 9 to 10. Massacre, Michael de Kock horse, Mabaya on board. Yeah, it has shown a little bit of promise over longer distance, 6 lengths behind, Attentive. But it's not a type of form that I will go and rush to put 9 to 10 on. Definitely not. Then I see they have got number 10 in the betting, Fencing Master by Median Mayor. I don't know this breeding a lot. Sam Lucia on board. Maybe I see this horse that run on a better race over 2,000. Maybe the 2,600 6 meters will suit him. Definitely include it to your play. Then we have race number 4, which is a maiden plate for fillies and mares over 2,000 meters. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, number 2, Arizona Lady, 2 to 1, Super Duper, 22 to 10, 4 to 1, Rizzoli, Fantastic, Fatalastic, 9 to 1, 11 to 1, Shikuru, Way to Dream, 14 to 1, Visionaire, 14 to 1, As Good as It Gets, 20 to 1, and 35 to 1, Grace Lou, and 17 to 1, Ice T. Now, certainly a very open race in my mind. But yeah, I think not as open, I apologize, not really open, because I think your 2 strongest runners is number 2, Arizona Lady, and Super Duper. My choice, I went for Super Duper. This horse has run a few places, has been knocking on the door for a long time. He's been ridden by a jockey that is in the running for second place. Surely he's going to try and get the best out of this horse. Then for outsider selections, I went with number 8, Grace Lou. This horse is 35 to 1. But I've been following this horse for a long time, and the horse has shown some here and there good races, like 2.5 rings bound Flower Season, 5 rings bound Mirren. Mirren has won again. Oprah Glass was placed last time out. And at 35 to 1, I had him in my pick 6, but I did took it out because of the cost factor. But if you can afford it, put this horse into your pick 6 and in the back end of your quartets and trifectas, because one of these days this horse is going to surprise, and that is a fact. And my other outsider selection is number 10, Visionaire. Now, this horse you need to put into all of your play. This filly, Samuel again for Wyoming. She's been running there and thereabouts, and I've got a feeling that this Visionaire mare, one of these days, she's going to put it together, and today is as good as any day. Yes, she ran behind. She's a cracker. She's a cracker. Won a small future the other day. Here's the midden form again. So over this distance, anything can happen. Don't leave out Visionaire. So now let's move on then to back to number 2, which is Arizona Lady. Arizona Lady definitely has got a form to win this race, has got the Damazi on board. So, yeah, definitely a worthy favorite and not to be left out. So let me move on to the next race, which is the 5th race. A Work Riders a maiden plate over 1,600 meters for fillies and mares, race 5. Let's have a look at the betting. And here the betting is number 3, Love Posey 28 to 10, Just Magic 33 to 10, Amber Light 7 to 2, 9 to 2 Fascinada, 13 to 10 Zulu Warcry, 7 to 1 Anama, and 25 to 1 and longer the rest. Now here in this race, I went for the number 3 horse, Just Magic. Again, Machuela on board, drawn 4. That shows some improvement in the last 2 races. Definitely in with a big chance. Love Pose is the favorite. This horse, runs in and out, and last time didn't run too well. But now going back over the shorter distance where she ran second to upper class, surely in with a chance. My outsider selections is number 5, Zulu Warcry. This horse is coming into hand slowly. You need to follow it. Since in Grey, his last 2 runs both his runs was improved. So do include in your quartet and trifecta plays. And then my other outsider selection is number 8, which is Amar. It's a 2-year-old sub-falling rain. Michael de Kock, Mabaya. I'm sure this horse is going to appreciate the 1,600 meters. So definitely include this horse in all of your play. Mama, whatever. Sorry. You must be laughing your head off for me. Then we get to race number 6 as just a normal maiden plate for 1,600 meters. And here's a very interesting thing, which I'll talk to you about just now. Here the betting is number 2, Rainy Season 55 to 2. Number 7, Pumelo's 5 to 2. Nitro Girl 33 to 10. Curfew 7 to 1. Star Effect 8 to 1. 14 to 1. Brave Jackson, and better the rest. When I looked at it, my first inclination was to go for the number 2 horse again. My Waisa Maui and Messiah, and I do feel the horse has got a big chance. Iris Rain ran second again, I think, last time out. But then I saw that Sean Terry has entered the filly into the Colts and Geldings race, but there was a race for fillies and mares, but he opted in here maybe to get the -3. So he must be thinking that he's got a very good chance in this race. So I am my first selection is number 8, Nitro Girl, Ginjuwitsa riding. Then my outsider selections is number 3 and 2, 2 and 3, which is Rainy Season, and 6, 3 and 2, and number 3, Star Effect, who has also been placed a few times. Unfortunately for my pick 6, I only selected to go with horses 2, 8, and 7, because if you have a look at number 7 also looks a horse that can improve. Only at 2 runs, run a very decent second race and not to be discarded. So here we go for race number 7. Work Riders maiden plate over 1450. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, Fort Snow, 19 to 10, Sheltering Sky, 5 to 2, Rose Willow, 9 to Space Oddity, 7 to 1, Stunning Kitten, 12 to 1, Cosmic Ray, 12 to 1, Apple Drop, 16 to 1, 35 to 1, and longer the rest. So here, my first selection, race 3, and race 7 is number 3, Sheltering Sky. Sheltering Sky, last time out, I thought that the 1400 meter might be too far for her, but she only faded right at the end. And I'm thinking that this field might be a little bit less stronger than the one she ran in last time. And Mabaya on board, as I said before, surely a very competent jockey and also wants to be, fighting for that second place. So I think Sheltering Sky, a huge runner in this race. And my outsider selection is number 5, Cosmic Ray. Cosmic Ray, or Sam Siambol for Sean Terry. He doesn't ride a lot for him. This horse has run a few places, and certainly with Sam Sia can be involved in the finish in this race. And then my other outsider selection is number 9, which is Stunning Kitten. It's a loose fought by a catbird mare. I don't know that breeding, but also debuted in the same race as Sheltering Sky behind Riveting, and it got bumped at 400 meters. And I think this is a horse that might be that might improve. So do include in all of your play. And then your quartet trifectas. And then have a look at number 1, Fort Snow. Fort Snow ran a forward race last time out, began behind Galaxy Riding, improving. This horse is also showing improvement. Very well bred, crushed eyes, has thrown some decent offspring in her time. If you can afford, I couldn't afford it in my pick 6. And sorry, I did. In my pick 6, I got numbers 1, 2, and 3 in for the pick 6. Number 2, Rose Willow, also a horse that has run a few places and definitely also with a chance in this race. So in my pick 6, I went with numbers 1, 2, and 3. Then we get to the 8th race, which is another maiden plate over 1450. And here the betting is as follows. Number 1, West Coast Lover, 2 to 1. Ray 28 to 10, 11 to 2, Quality Joker. Valencia, 11 to 2, 12 to 1, High Benny. And 16 to 1, and better the rest. Now, in this race, I think the race is going to be between numbers 1 and 2. And my selection is number 1. He did run in front of number 2 last time out. But again, then number 2 has got his saddle slip. But also run a nice race behind Lord Caro at the Poly. But now back on the turf, and I think number 1 is going to run a huge race in this race. But number 2, not to be discarded. If everything goes to plan, the finish should be fought out by these 2 horses. My outsider selections in this race is numbers 3 and 4. Number 3, Valencia, did show some pace last time out, 6 lengths behind the winner, but with Sam Shea can be the best of the rest. And I think number 4, Hey Benny, St. John Gray, Benny and the Jets, Jetmaster Me. I think this horse is also ready to improve, so including all of your play. High Benny down 12 to 1 in the betting. So that brings us to the end of this preview. I hope I could point you in the right direction. And if it's a little bit longer than 50 minutes, it is a holiday, so you can take time to listen to the recording. So, and as I always say, break a leg.